Well, okay folks, I'm here. I'm at BLue Marsh. This is the only time of the year I can camp. Well, you see what I did? I brought out my base camp with me. Now, let me get in front of the camera. As you can see right behind me, oh, wait a minute, right over there is the camper. It's all ready to go. I'm not going to put the awning up. I got it leveled off. Behind it, way in the back there, that water, that's BLue Marsh. And as you can see, I'm in one of the parking lots here. I'm almost in the same uniform, but here's what the rest of it looks like. Now there's a sign right in there that says Troop 809. The road goes up that way. There is a parking lot down below, as you can see the tops of the cars down there. And all in this area and the above area, we're going to have Boy Scouts camping from one end to the other. There's the Lake View Pavilion, and there's campers up there too. Those are the people that more or less run this thing and get everything going. Haven't seen the Rangers yet, but they'll be out here. Everything's going to be set up. I'll give you a good show of it when they do get going. I'll be more or less in charge after 10 o'clock at night until 6 or 7 in the morning when the Rangers get here. Just got done texting Haley out there, who used to be my favorite Ranger here at BLue Marsh. Has moved on to a bigger and better world, but Haley's out there in Colorado now, big sky country Montana area. She's enjoying herself but bored with her job, but she's set up, I'm set up. I have my little wood stove right there. What they supply it with are fire rings like that one right there, but they leave nice big brown spots on the grass. So I figured I'd bring my own out this time. A little bit of wood in that container. Burn it tonight, maybe tomorrow night, I'm not sure. But I've got an Italian sandwich, better known as a wop job here in Pennsylvania, to eat for supper. And I got a few sodas, but I didn't bring many. I'm going to stick mostly with water this weekend. It's the hottest weekend so far. We're already up near 80 or above. Tomorrow we're supposed to hit 86 to 89 degrees, and it's the 28th of April. 2 more days, and we're already getting 80-degree weather. I'm worried about this summer, both ways. I'm worried about we're getting the heat now, so we're going to get the cold later. I don't know. Then again, I don't believe in global warming, and I'm putting that out there for everybody. I believe it's an Earth cycle. That's where I'm going to let it. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye. All right, here's how I hook up the water on the outside to go to the inside. Now you see my white hose way down there. That's the white hose that goes up and under and inside the camper, and I'll show you the spigot inside in a minute. Let me get the water out. That right there is an air relief valve. This is also another spigot where you can hook up a garden hose. I guess you can say the hard part is I already know the water is running down to the bottom to the hose. I have to get it from there up inside, and I just noticed down underneath the hose is crimped. Let me get working on that for a minute. Stand by. Okay, you saw the outside. Now let's look at the inside. That's my sink. That's also a nice little flat table with Formica on it. Here's the sink. It's aimable. Spider webs yet, still getting rid of them. It's aimable up, down, left, right. And the switch for it is right here. Now when I turn the switch on, it's going to send water from that 5-gallon can that you just saw outside in here. There it is. Flows real good. The pump, of course, is down underneath a sink. But it's a regular old sink. It goes down to my gray water, that blue tank outside. And when that eventually gets filled, I dump it, and I'm good to go. The tabletop gives me room where once I'm cooking with a 2-burner stove, it's gas, it's got propane outside, you saw that. It's got a nice little table right here that I can put stuff on. Now, I got my food and snacks and everything else in my little milk container here, but that's the way this is set up. Now, the rest of the camper is a seat on that side with 2 cushions and a seat on this side with 2 cushions. Now this side I'm using for storage. There's my rucksack. You've seen that before. Suitcase, I brought a couple clothes along. I've got a microwave. Next to it I got a little tiny TV. That's that little thing right there. I can actually sleep 6, but comfortably 4. And here's the reason why. The rails down there along the edge of that wood is where you take the table from outside and lay it in those rails, and this becomes a full bed. The 2 back cushions, that's these here, those 2 back cushions, they become part of the bed right here in the middle. So you sleep lengthwise across and sleep 2 in here, maybe even sleep 3, but 2 comfortably. That back shelf where I've got my food, my food's in that one right now. That whole shelf is room for a sleeper. Up top, I've got enough for 2 more up there. Now that thing is supposed to pull out on these rails here, but I have it pinned in because I made a shelf right there. Okay, I have 110 and 12 volt. The 110, I'm not hooked up right now, but the 12 volt, I have on a battery outside there. Oops, gotta find it. There. I got 12 volt lights front and rear. I also made my own 12 volt light, which is LED, which pulls a heck of a lot less power right there. And it does manage to light the whole place up. So I'm set. The table outside that I was telling you about also turns into a bed. It's hooked to the side. That's quite bright. It becomes a nice table. But the trick is, there's my porta potty. Underneath it right now is the refrigerator that actually goes in the table outside. When that refrigerator comes out of there, and it just does come out, the porta potty gets put right there. Inside here, I also have storage. And that table that I made to fit right there, it has storage in the back of the camper. Now I keep a lot of my hardware back there, but that little table, if I can get this thing set up properly, there we go. That little table becomes a half table where you can still slide in the seat along there and along over there and have a full table to eat on. Or you can put the larger table from the outside into that rail right there on the top of this table, and it becomes a full table all the way out to about here. That's my camper. Very happy with it. It's real wood. It's none of that fake wood. This is real wood. The roof is not leaking, but the moisture eventually gets to the material that's in here. And as you can see, it warps it a little bit. Well, that's the only one that's really warped. The front one is okay. But there's my heat when I'm not hooked up to electric. When I'm hooked up to electric, I just bring a nice little heater in, plug it in, and sit it down by the sink. But that's my camper. I'm ready to go all weekend. We'll talk to you in a little bit. Well, the coffee's on, and if you look at the window close, you'll see that we had that thunderstorm last night. Well, of course everything is wet this morning. I pity everybody outside in tents, but those guys haven't arrived yet. And as you can see, it's all damp and moist and wet out here. So getting the coffee ready. I woke up about 4:30, and everything is going good. You see that I did take a couple shots of the lightning last night. That's why I put that little dark area in there. But well, it's still a little dark in here. I got to get some curtains opened. All right, I'll be back. Time for coffee. Okay, breakfast time in the old camper this morning. We're going to have some granola with milk and blueberries. The milk's supposed to be already in. The blueberries are already there. And some good old coffee. I guess we're going to go with the cheap brand this morning. It's called Pampa. Get it out of Walmart. But it's pretty good coffee. Well, at least it tastes like coffee. I don't know what it is. All right, breakfast time. Bye.
Just be safe. Gene's got a list of some of the different jobs that are available for you guys to help out with and sign up. And the main thing that you guys do for us is put the tables together and also provide lunch. So we appreciate that very much. So thank you for all.
You're ready? Yes.
I'll start from.
Oh, 3 bags.
Well, after owning it for at least 2 years, I am finally getting to light a fire in my burn unit. But of course, let's see what's happening underneath. I got it dripping down underneath. And lighting the grass on fire. So that's something I got to remember. I got the flue open underneath, so it'll go out. Okay, first time. Well, stepped outside of base camp, and it's a total different day. Day 3, suddenly in the low 60s, in the 50s, overcast, ripples on the lake. Yesterday it was nice and clear and solid glare. Today ripples, looks like gray water, but the scouts are already starting to clean up. The youngest ones are awake down there. Yeah, those are the cubby, the brownies. There we go. Those are the brownies, the youngest scouts. Got a good group of them. Still got the tent up at the Lakeview Pavilion, and I am slowly wrapping up mine. One step at a time. I'm not rushing. It's time to get out of Dodge. So that's it for now. Talk to you later. Nothing like a big plate of hash browns and sausage gravy out in the woods. Well, I'm at BLue Marsh, but you get what I mean. Tastes so good. Today's go home day, so I'm eating a big breakfast so I can work right through lunch, getting the trailer put back where it belongs, camper, and putting all my stuff away, washing my dishes, and just wrapping everything up. So I've already had people bringing keys to the gate back to me. I got to get them to the rangers, and then that's about it. I'll film a little bit more showing the close down. All right, bye.